Hi students, this is a quick introduction on how to copy and paste tables and charts that you're going to be creating for this class into a Word document. Now I know this is actually relatively simplistic, but there's some tricky things about SPSS that I'm going to show you. And also, I guess a lot of people just don't know how to do this. So I'm creating this video to show you how I want you all to actually take the tables and charts that you're going to be creating in SPSS and how to upload it to Canvas. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do to create tables and charts, if you read the textbook and if you read the instructions, what you're going to do is you're going to find the two variables that you use for your hypothesis. Let's just say that I use the variables attend and CapPun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Analyze. I'm going to come over to Descriptive Statistics. Then I'm going to go over to Frequencies. Okay, now I'm going to right click to display variable names and I'm going to look for those two variables. So I'm looking for attend. I can either click twice or I can use this arrow to move them back and forth. So I'm going to click on attend and then I'm going to click on CapPun. Okay, now that's going to create frequency tables for me. But what I also want is the actual bar graphs for these two variables. So in order to create the bar graphs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the right and I'm going to click on charts. And then I could create a pie chart, I could create a bar chart. I could create a histogram, but in order to create a histogram, you need interval ratio variable. And both of these variables are not interval ratio variables. So I'm just going to create a bar chart. Now, it's also important that when you're creating these graphs, these charts, you want to make sure that you have percentages displayed. You don't want to look at just raw frequencies because raw frequencies are hard to compare. Okay, so you won't, comparing one category to the next. So what you want to do is you want to click on percentages and we want to display percentages. Okay, so I press continue, then I press OK. Now in the output window, it's going to give me the frequency distribution for the variable attend, the frequency distribution for the variable favor or oppose the death penalty for murder, which was the variable CapPun, and it also created the bar charts for the variable attend and the variable CapPun. Okay, and like I said, what you have here displayed on the vertical axis are the percentages and not the raw frequencies, because as I said before, with raw frequencies, it's hard to compare the categories. Okay, now that I have these in the output window, I cannot just take these and then upload them to Canvas. So let's just say that you go over to the assignment tables and charts, and then you hit reply, and then you want to just upload these charts directly into Canvas. They're going to look really, really bad. They're going to look jacked up. So Canvas is going to completely alter it. Okay, so you're going to see something that looks like this. Now I don't want to see this because if I see this, you're essentially just going to get a bad grade. You're going to get a 0 if you put your charts and your frequency tables into Canvas like this and it looks like that. It's going to just completely alter the data and it's not going to look good at all. So I don't even know what it's going to look like here. So Canvas isn't even displaying the bar charts. So you can't do it that way. So what you need to do in order to copy and then paste your frequency tables and then your charts into Canvas is you need to take the output, this data, and you need to put it onto a Word document. So you're going to copy this, open a Word document, and then you're going to paste them onto a Word document. Now that looks pretty good right there, right? So how often respond to attend religious services? They can do that with the attend variable, the CapPun variable. Then I can also do it with the bar graphs. Okay, so that looks good. That's kind of the way I want you all to upload this. So what you would do, of course, you would save this onto your desktop, and then you would upload the file into Canvas. So you'd come down here and you'd put attach file, look for it on your desktop, and then or wherever you keep your files at, and then upload it, and then it'll look good. Okay, now some of you all have variables that have quite a few categories. Let's just say that you have the variable age. And instead of creating frequency, distributions, and graphs for those two variables, you create it for the variable age. Let's take a look at this. Now, when you see this, there's so many categories, right? There's age 18, 19, 20, all the way up to 89 and older. And then, of course, the bar graph that you create is going to be pretty extensive. Now, let's just say that you try to copy this, and then you try to put it to the Word document. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to be displayed across 3 different pages, okay? It's going to be kind of unreadable. Now, I don't want it to look like this either. So what are you going to have to do if you have a variable that has a lot of categories and they're not fitting on the page? What you're going to want to have to do is you're going to come over to the output, and you're going to right click, and then instead of just copying, you're going to press copy special, okay? And you're going to want to save it as an image, okay? So you're going to want to take away plain text, rich text format, an Excel worksheet format, and you want to save it as an image. And press OK. And then when you come back to the Word document and then you paste it, it's going to fit all on one page. Okay. So now age 18 to 89 or older all fits on one page. It still looks pretty bad, but at least it fits on one page now. Okay. Versus being spread out across 3 or 4 pages like we just saw, okay? Now, this is how you do it if you have a PC. If you have a Mac, it's going to be a little bit different and copy special might not work. So what you're going to want to do if you have a Mac, or what you're going to want to do is take a screenshot of it. So then take the screenshot and then save the screenshot and then paste the screenshot into the Word document. And then that screenshot should just be displayed on one page instead of across 3 or 4 pages. You can also use the snipping tool as well if you want to do that, but if you have a PC, just doing the copy special way is the most effective way to do this. If you're using an online Word editor, so if you're not using like Microsoft Word installed on your computer, you're trying to use Google Docs, or if you're using Microsoft Online, this copy special feature might not actually work. So make sure that when you're doing this and then you're copying and you're pasting it to the Word document, that you're using Microsoft Office actually downloaded on your computer. Okay, so now I just went in and saved this document. It's now on my desktop. So what you want to do is you hit reply to the tables and charts. You choose file, look for this, post reply. And that's all you really need. And now your tables and charts are up on Canvas. So that's all I'm really looking for the tables and charts discussion post. So if you have any questions, send me an email, but that's the end of the video. Thanks.